Today I'm going to do my second Q&A about University of Amsterdam. I love school. Apparently, apparently my answers last time wasn't enough. So, here I am. So I prepared the questions in this book. I wrote it down so I could look like I'm making an effort. I don't know. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, I thought it would be appropriate to change clothes, because
You gotta show the school merch and
show some school spirit, you know what I'm saying?
how is the vibes there? I mean, the vibes are good. The people are nice. They are not making fun of me yet. How can a person like me from the US apply to UVA, and what is the GPA requirements? So here's the thing. I have no idea. I'm not from the US. I am from the north of Europe. I'm from Norway. We have a whole different system. So how many semesters are there and how long are they? I think this is quite universal. There's 2 semesters in one school year. One semester is usually around 5 months, a half school year. Do conditional offer count as a final yes?
no.
Conditional offer is basically just the offer itself, and then you need to confirm it. You need to send final documents if they are asking about that. You need to figure out the housing situation, and you need to confirm that you got a valid health insurance, like all other stuff. But conditional offer itself is just that you can be offered a spot in the program you applied for, if that makes sense. There's a whole lot of stuff more after. And before you're asking, yes, you will be informed of whatever you need to submit. Is the tuition including housing accommodation costs? No, tuition is not included in the housing cost because tuition and housing is 2 different things. When applying for housing through UVA, do they let you choose a preferred price range and type of housing? Yes, you get the freedom to do that, of course. You can choose if you prefer shared or self-contained accommodation, and price range, you can also choose whatever price range you are willing to pay for an accommodation. Is the apartment far from UVA? That is not an easy answer. You're literally choosing between several different accommodations around Amsterdam, so the choice is literally on you. It can vary from 5 minutes from the campus to a half an hour from the campus. It's your choice. Are there many dropouts during semester due to intense academic work? I mean, I have encountered a few dropouts, but it isn't because of the workload. Basically, they have dropped out because they haven't passed enough courses and there is no reason for them to continue, or they just didn't like the study itself. But other than that, there's not really that many dropouts. It's not really that bad compared to what people think. Is the Humanities building far from the city center? It is not far at all. It is literally next to your university if you're in the Humanities. It is literally a 5-minute walk to the most common shopping street, the most common tourist attractions, Madame Tussauds, Dam Square, Red Light District, Chinatown. Everything is close to the Humanities part of the university. So it is just dangerous. When do you pay tuition fee? So tuition fee, obviously you need to pay that before the school year starts. You will receive the information, the account numbers and stuff that you need to have in order to pay. For example, I paid my first tuition fee in the middle of August before I started in September. Are there many math scientific classes in your program? No, there's no math classes. Scientific classes? I mean, we do research, but it's not science if you're looking at the technical term of science. Are media information in big or small classes? Actually, it's both. We have seminars, which is in small groups in around 15, 20 students. And then we have the big lectures, which is all the students in the program. So we are all crumbled up in one lecture hall and one professor or teacher, whatever, is talking. How much school do you do per day? That vary from day-to-day basis, but I think the most general hours I spend a day is around 3-4 hours maybe. What do you think, Manchester or Amsterdam? You know, my friend, that's a really hard question to answer because 1, I've never been to Manchester. 2, I've only been to Amsterdam, so like, where do you upload your documents? I usually click the box that says upload file in the application. Are internationals allowed to work part-time? Yes, they are allowed to work part-time, full-time if they want to. It's just that if you're working a certain amount of hours, you need to apply for a Dutch health insurance. I'm not quite sure how many hours that is, but if you're ever applying for a job and they are asking you to either give them your health insurance or if you don't have one, they will ask you to get one. Do you prefer vrij or UvA? You see, that's the same thing with the Manchester thing because I've only been to University of Amsterdam. Let me know what happens once you have accepted your offer. I mean, you have accepted your offer. Prepare to pack. How's nightlife in Amsterdam? I'm a party girl. The nightlife is good. There's a lot of clubs. There's always people out. If you're really a party girl, I'd say just go out. It's a great time. Are you from China? No, I am from Norway, but I am Chinese. There's a difference. That wasn't even a question about the university, but I just felt like I needed to clarify that because I got a lot of questions about that. What's the typical workload? In my opinion, the workload isn't too much. I think it's a perfect amount. Like you have time to do something you want to do, and then you have time to school, and then time to work on school. Like you have all the time in the world.
The world is your oyster, okay?
Is it hard to follow the classes? You know, that is also just a personal preference as well. Like there's people who's not following at all, but then doesn't make any effort either. And then there's people who don't mind it at all. Everyone has a different point of view of the workload, how hard the classes are, and the readings we get and assignments. I think there's a lot of people who disagree or agree, you know. I don't think it's hard to follow classes. Of course, there has been a few classes where I was kind of lost, but if you're having a hard time following classes, you kind of need to make an effort. Are people friendly there? Of course there's friendly people there. I mean, it would have been really weird if the whole program consisted of not friendly people. What was your grade point average when applying for UFA?
I mean, I'm afraid to say that because I'm afraid to intimidate you people because I'm so smart.
I wouldn't worry. Just apply and see what happens, you know. But wait, your English is good. Does that mean y'all are being taught in English? First of all, thank you. I think I already said that my program is taught in English, and there's a lot of other study programs that is taught in English. How do you finance your living? I basically have a budget for a whole half year, and then I separate it in the months I'm at school, which is 5 months, and then I am separating in weeks, and then in days. And then I have an amount of money that I'm allowed to spend every day. That's how I'm surviving. Does the weather affect your mood? Yes, it does, but I mean, honestly, I don't mind it. I really like the rain, if that's what you're implying, because Netherlands is such a famous country for their amazing rain. Of course, there's rainy days where I just want to crawl up in a ball and watch Netflix the whole day in my bed. My most honest answer is yes, but I don't mind it. Mother Nature has been on a roller coaster lately because it has been both raining and sunny every day. You cannot trust the forecast anymore. You need to have an umbrella with you at all times or you are screwed. So that was my second Q&A about University of Amsterdam. I really hope that I won't be making a third one. I have pretty much answered everything you should know about the university, in my opinion. And if there's any other questions you have, I would recommend going to the student desk of UFA. They have a WhatsApp number you can text. If you want to ask anything about the experience about the university, of course I will answer. But if there's like the most general questions about the application process, which is too late about now, I would much rather recommend asking the university itself because they are much more qualified to answer than me. I hope you found these answers useful for whatever reason you needed those for. If you're starting till the fall, I wish you good luck and bye.